Howdy folks, my cold is gone and I'm ready to roll again. And we're having some really nice sunny days now here in Sundsvall. And I'm going to do something that I had to postpone due to my cold. And that is something that I had picked out all of the records, and I was going to do the shooting the day after, and then I got the cold. So better late than ever. Here is my top 25 of the best songs from 1979. I've done year charts now for a while, many times, but they have been from the 80s, and now for the first time I'm going outside of the 80s, and we're going to take a look at 1979. How far I will do this is a little depending on whether I can find stuff to show, at least here on YouTube. On my blog and on Facebook groups, the charting will continue, of course. But depends on how much I can show, because it's all that fun to sit and talk and not be able to show anything if I don't have it, because the further back we go, the lesser I have to show. But now it's 1979, the year when disco was at its hardest, and synthpop was taking its earliest steps, and there was some really nice music. Not much that I have some memories of though back then, because 1979 I was 5 years old. I was going 5 years old, so I don't have all that much memories from these songs. If they are nostalgia, they are from when I discovered them later in life. But as usual, the list is a bit longer than 25 places, but I show the 25 highest places. But places 26 to 50 will be coming right here. So, those were the songs underneath the chart I will show right now. As you can see, there are some Swedish stuff that you may not have heard of. 70s for me is also much about Swedish schlager that I do like very much. So there might be some that you never heard of, but hopefully you will be interested enough to discover them and so on. But it will of course be other stuff also that you will recognize, a whole lot of those also. So hopefully it will be somewhat interesting. Starting off with number 25, and starting Swedish, but we're starting with maybe the most famous that we have, ABBA. I said before that I'm no huge ABBA fan. I actually rather prefer even more the members in solo, because they did a whole lot of great stuff solo, both before and after ABBA. But there are some ABBA stuff that actually are really good also, and one of the absolute best, one of my favorites, is on this album, ABBA Gold, and I'm talking about Gimme Gimme Gimme, A Man After Midnight. This is a very, very exciting, exciting and beautiful production. Very, very little mysterious and exciting Swedish disco stuff, and very, very nice made. So I felt like I gotta have this one with here, ABBA and Gimme Gimme Gimme. And there are a Finnish group, power metal group called Amberian Dawn. They have done a ABBA cover album, and they have done actually a really great metal version of Gimme Gimme Gimme. Check that out, Amberian Dawn's version. We have at number 24, we have an artist that I've been underestimated very much. I'm talking about Gary Newman. This song I don't have in single or in album, so I had to sell with what I have. That means that I have to sell with this CD, We Can't Get Enough of the 80s. I know it's from 1979, so what Cars with Gary Newman, as I'm talking about, does in a album with the 80s, I don't know. But Gary Newman and Cars is a really nice song that really sounds like the birth of synthpop. Something new, something special, little experimenting with what's new and what will come, and it is a really nice early synthpop classic. And I have, as I said, underrated Gary Newman a whole lot, and so I'm going to start to buy a whole lot more Gary Newman from now on. Cross my heart. Number 23, we have a Swedish song, but the original of this song you might know though. I'm talking about a song that in its original was made by John Denver. Great song in its own right, but at number 23 it is the Swedish version of the Annie song by Stefan Rydén, and in Swedish it's called Du fyller mitt sinne, you filled up my senses, which of course is the first line in the song. But it doesn't differ that much from the original on this one. It's pretty much the same arrangement, and the arrangement is really nice. It is a really beautiful and relaxing song. Both John Denver's version that might pop up in another chart later on, and this Swedish version. Really like this one. Number 22, one of my favorite female singers of the 70s. I'm talking about Anne Murray, at least when she does these more pop singer-songwriter oriented stuff. And at number 22, from this new kind of feeling album, I take I Just Fall in Love Again. Really soft and beautiful ballad, and I always liked her voice because pretty much like Karen Carpenter, she has a more adult voice, very grown-up voice, but it's very good in these kind of songs. Number 21, we're coming to some really nice soul funk stuff. I'm coming to Earth, Wind and Fire, and from one certain album that came out this year, and I'm talking about After the Love Has Gone. And this is such a soft and easy and really nice feel-good groove. Really feel good when I'm listening to this one, because it's so really nice, really relaxing, really great stuff. Will there be more Earth, Wind and Fire? Stay on. You will find out later, maybe. Number 20, we have another Swedish one. It's another one of my favorite voices from the 70s, one of my favorite Swedish voices from the 70s. I'm talking about the today very forgotten singer Kjell Hansson, who is a singer that did something like a crisscross between balladeer and then pop singer, and he did it very, very good. And here at number 20 we have a song called Mer än bara över natten, more than just through the night. And it was a part of the Swedish finals to the Eurovision Song Contest. It winded up pretty high, but Tredje Staden Satellit won the entire thing. But this is my favorite from that contest, and it is a really, really nice light pop style. I always like Kjell Hansson's voice. He has a really, really nice voice for the kind of music he does. And I like his lyrics also, really, really nice lyrics. So this is a really, really great, sadly forgotten Melodifestivalen song, actually. Number 19. This one is a whole lot more familiar to many, because at number 19 we have Heart of Glass Blondie. And some nostalgia actually it is, because I said before that I had different phases in my earlier years when I listened to 70s, but it faded away. First it was in 1980, 87, 88, and then I also had a period in 1993 when I got a little more interested in 70s. And one of them that I actually liked, and that have one of the few from that era that has stayed on actually, is Blondie's Heart of Gold. I like this one from when I heard this one back then and until now. It is such a really great and nice, well-made disco sound, and really nice melody. Staying on the dance floor, I guess, but in a different style maybe, because at number 18 we have one of my absolute favorite voices in the soul genre of all time, but this voice is not the main voice of this band. She's only here as a guest vocalist. I'm talking about Crusaders, and you might see where I'm going with this. We have Street Life, a really nice and groovy song, a really amazing groove in this one, and of course Randy Crawford is singing, one of the absolute best voices in soul music, really soothing voice that fits so well in this song. Number 17, we have a song with a reality background. It is a very intelligent song when it comes to how it is made. I'm talking about Boomtown Rats and I Don't Like Mondays. That, of course, is a song about when Brenda Ann Spencer pulled up a gun at Cleveland Elementary School in 1979 and gunned down several people with the explanation that I just don't like Mondays. And Bob Geldof picked up the story and did a song of it that is really well made. Very smart made song, and that he has made from this tragic story. So definitely very overplayed maybe, but such an amazing classic. Number 16. Yes, here we go again. Number 16, more Earth, Wind and Fire, because there we going into Boogie Wonderland. Such an amazing, nice groove in this one. It's funky. It is such amazing groovy. They just keep pushing with the groove in this one, and I just love it. Take a look at this. What an inner picture. So Boogie Wonderland, of course I gotta have some Boogie Wonderland on the chart. And we coming to number 15. More dance floor. I had to do some selections when it comes to the disco, because there were some great disco, the one who is here on the chart. There were also some horrible and very, very cheesy and very, very tiring disco in 1979. It wasn't the perfect year, but it was some really great stuff also, as you can see. Number 15, we have some of the kings in the disco beat, talking about the Bee Gees and their iconic song Tragedy. And Tragedy has a really, really nice sound in it, really great groove and nice, really, really nice melody also. Really like the melody in this one. Yes, the Gibb Brothers Mickey Mouse voices actually fit well in this production, this sound actually very, very much. So Bee Gees, Tragedy. Number 14, now we're going to Sweden, but those of you with good memory might recognize it, who was there in the 70s disco stuff. I'm talking about the band called Secret Service and their song called Oh Susie, because Secret Service Oh Susie was actually pretty good hit in USA. I think it reached, was placed 13 or somewhere. It placed itself on the pretty good spot in the Billboard hit chart. But Oh Susie is a very exciting and sentimental disco sound. Really cozy disco with a little tickling lyrics, and I really like this one. Number 13, I can't show. I don't have it yet. I guess I want to have it. I don't have it yet, and it is a Swedish song that been stuck on me since I heard it the first time through my father. And it is a song with a message, a very strong message, a very touching song. I'm talking about a Swedish singer called Janne Önnerud, a singer that I'm normally haven't seen as one of my absolute favorites. He's done a lot of cheesy stuff, but this is by far the best song he has made. The song is called Tommy. And it's sung in Swedish, and it is a song about drug abuse. It follows two friends from high school and all the way up to adulthood, where they both in teen years start to test drugs a little bit, smoking pot and so on. But one rises up to have a normal, steady life, while the other one dies in overdose. And we follow them through very strong lyrics in their different choices of life. It is a very, very amazing and touching song with a very dark sound. And I just love this song very, very much. So number 13, Janne Önnerud and Tommy. Number 12, I can show. Because here we're coming to another great album. And I'm talking about an album by debut album from Toto. And many might now think that, oh, not again, Hold the Line. Not Hold the Line, a bit overplayed, but still a great song. But at number 12, Georgie Porgy, another very, very popular song from Toto, but this one is such an amazing, relaxing and well-made song, as it usually is with Toto, but it is AOR in its all its glory. It's a really, really relaxing and smooth song. So number 12, one of my favorite Toto songs out of many, Georgie Porgy by Toto. Number 11, yet again a song that I can't show because I don't have it, and to be honest, before I start to do research for this chart, maybe one and a half year ago, I hardly knew that this song existed, but the first time I heard it in an old Swedish radio show, it knocked me down that this is really amazing. I have this, and it ran up to the place 11. So nice going by French singer Plastique Bertrand. And he is mostly famous for the punk disco classic Ça plaît pour moi, ça plaît pour moi. But that song isn't, because that one is 1978, if I'm not wrong. Here it is a more new wavy synth-pop, early synth-pop song called Toute Petite la Planète. And it is a very, very well-made song with very mysterious and cozy melody and sound, and amazing well-made early synth-pop style. So he was very much ahead of his time, Plastique Bertrand, when it comes to this kind of synthesizer sounds also. So number 11, Plastique Bertrand, Toute Petite la Planète. I think that is correct pronunciation of the French title. Now we're coming into top 10. And at number 10 we have a band that we already have heard. And I'm talking about Blondie and a song from Eat the Beat album. I'm talking about the song called Dreaming, the single Dreaming. And that one is a little nostalgia, because during my first phase of listening to the 70s back in 1988, when I started to discover that, hey, it had something with the 70s. Of course, it faded away then again. But I listened to a show in radio where they played different kind of 70s artists from A to Ö, our Swedish letter. And when it came to Blondie, they played Dreamin'. And that song really got into me. It was such a really nice new wave rockish groove in it. I really liked it. And it stayed on through all these years, actually. So I guess Blondie have been some favorite of mine ever since then. As I said, Heart of Glass was also a favorite of mine back from 1993. So number 9, we're coming to another band that I have shown before. There is one album that have more entries in this chart than anybody else, and I think you have started to imagine which that is. Number 9, we have from, once again, I Am, Earth, Wind and Fire album, and we have In the Stone. Such an amazing groove in this one. And it just keeps grooving. I love the horns, I love the arrangement. Such an amazing groove and funky stuff in this one. Also one of my absolute favorite Earth, Wind and Fire songs. Number 8, another groovy stuff. We have one of the more odder songs this year, and I'm talking about Iron Jury and the Blockheads with Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick, Hit Me, Hit Me. And this is such a fantastic song. You know that I'm a little weak for very little odder and weirder stuff, and Iron Jury is such a fantastic song because it is a kind of weird, but at the same time the sound is so fantastic, groovy, and really amazing, well made. It's such a cool sound in this one. So it's a song that I really, really love, both because it is odd and because of the genuine, amazing grooving. Number 7, we come to some more Swedish stuff. We have a balladeer, former jazz musician that I started to enjoy very much lately, though mostly his early stuff, his 70s stuff. And at number 7 we have Gösta Linderholm and a song called När morgonen gryr, when the morning rises. This is a song that has such an amazing mood that you really can feel that it is morning. It sounds really morning in it. But you can imagine yourself being in a beautiful landscape, watching the morning sun rises, and really, really well made, and nice lyrics also. So really, really favorite of mine from this musician. Number 6, staying in the same mood, because this has also some really nice mood in it. And I'm talking about from the movie called Watership Down, and then I'm talking about Bright Eyes, Art Garfunkel. Also a classic, very beautiful, such an amazing arrangement. Production is so amazing and big and fantastic, and really relaxing also. Great movie too also. So Bright Eyes, Art Garfunkel at number 6. Number 5, getting up in the groove again, because at number 5 we have from one of the best-selling albums this year, I think, Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, and we have Rock With You. Now we have some really cozy soul again, really soft and really nice, funky, and definitely one of my absolute favorite Michael Jackson songs. Really knocked me when I heard it the first time, because it was so amazing, well made, and really fantastic production by Quincy Jones. Number 4, no, you haven't heard the last of them, because here we have Earth, Wind and Fire again. Yes, sir. We have September, which is the highest placed Earth, Wind and Fire song on this chart. And September is an amazing groove also. It's a fantastic groovy period for Earth, Wind and Fire. I Am is such an amazing album that really have such amazing songs that you have seen. 4 songs among the top 25 that isn't many who have. And it's irresistible, and it's a really, really amazing, well made, groovy. Number 3 I can't show. I wish I could. I don't have it at the moment. But we're talking about, if we go back to the first entry, ABBA. I said that I like even more the ABBA member solo, and here's a proof of it, because at number 3 we have Agneta Fältskog from ABBA, and her solo song När du tar mig i din famn, when you take me in your arms. And Agneta Fältskog is expert in doing these very, very sad, very, very emotional little pop pearls from the 70s in Swedish, and this is a typical example. It's really, really touching. She sings very, very touching here, and it's very, very beautiful. So number 3, one of my favorites of all time, Agneta Fältskog with När du tar mig i din famn. Number 2, more Swedish, and we're talking about a balladeer that was pretty big in Sweden back then. His name is Staffan Percy, and he sings a song by Swedish poet Bo Zetterlin, and a song called Drömmens skepp, the ship of dreams. That has a really, really nice bouzouki that goes all through the song and makes it very, very special. and it is extremely beautiful and fantastic arrangement, and one of my absolute favorite ballads or poetry songs. Really nice one. Really, that really knocks me off when I hear it every time. And now we're there, number uno, number one, and we're going to the funky stuff to the very end. And I'm talking about Philly Soul at its glory, McFadden and Whitehead, and Ain't No Stopping Us Now. We're on the road. And this is a song that is such an amazing. The groove feels like it never will. It just keeps going on, the groove. And it is a 70s soul and funk when it is at its best. Can't get any more groovier than this. Such an amazing beat in this one. I can't stop listening to it. So this is, of course, my number one, the best song from 1979. So that was my chart from 1979, my top 25 from 1979. The next time I think I will go to 89, but take that when that time comes. So until next time, I hope that everyone have a really nice time, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. Take care and see ya.